Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on Will I Buy It 2025. There are lots of new launches coming for spring, summer and beyond. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. So first up is the Westman Atelier liquid bronzer, and I'm really liking the look of this. It looks really interesting. I think my only concern with it is that I'm not sure how deep and rich the deepest one is. It looks like the model who's wearing it, it looks like it's given her a very nice sun-kissed vibe, but she kind of looks like my skin tone at best. And so that's not really including very many people. I feel like there could have been a deeper, richer one. Obviously I haven't seen this in person, but I do like the idea of it. The only thing I wonder about a liquid bronzer like this is how easy is it going to be to use, because it's not like it's a bronzy drops from Drunk Elephant, and it's not like a cream like Charlotte Tilbury or Nars where you can just kind of use your brush. It's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how wearable this is going to be and easy to use, but it does look really nice. They do look really sun-kissed. I really like the packaging. It looks very beachy and kind of just reminds me of Tom Ford's perfume. So I do like the look of this. I think it looks quite good. In terms of the price, I think it's quite spenny because obviously it is Westman Atelier and she tends to be quite spenny. I find it a little bit too spenny, but there are always things out there that are more expensive like a Tom Ford to kind of balance things out. So they say it is called the Sun Tone Hydrating Matte Bronzing Drops. There are 4 shades: light tan, medium tan, dark tan and rich deep tan. Available now. It is $58 US. It does look good. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but it does look good. I will go and test it out in a store somewhere and then see how I feel. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think it is worth buying? Have you tried it? Will you be trying it? Will you be buying it? Let me know. Next up is now this caught my attention. This is the Laneige Glaze Craze Tinted Polypeptide Lip Serum, and I do have quite a few lip balms, tinted lip balms. Summer Fridays is probably my favourite. The Rhode is my favourite just for the look, but the actual lip balm itself, even though it looks really nice on, it does kind of dry out my lips a little bit, or they tend to kind of peel a little bit throughout the day, which I don't love, but I like the look of it and I think it's pretty cool. But it's not as effective as I want it to be, or as like the Summer Fridays is. So I was really intrigued by this by Laneige, not just because they've got some really good shades, but also because Laneige's lip balms, they have those overnight lip balms. They're really, really nice. They work really, really well. And I've used those before and I've liked those before. So I feel like this is just kind of a liquid version of that, but tinted. So it kind of is perfect. I think I might try it. Let me know what you guys think. They are $22 US each. The shades are Cinnamon Sugar, a Mauve Pink, Chocolate Frosting, a Warm Brown, Peach Glaze, a Peachy Coral, and Sugar Glaze, a Nude Glaze. And looking at them, I think I'd go for Sugar Glaze or Chocolate Frosting, or Cinnamon Sugar, the Mauve one. I don't know, I think they all look really nice. Next up is the new Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palettes. Now these look really cool. I like the idea of Charlotte Tilbury bringing out some eyeshadows, because we haven't had eyeshadows from Charlotte Tilbury for a very, very long time, and I was really excited about it. However, when they dropped, I just felt like I was getting a lot of shades, but not really the shade combinations I wanted. I also didn't love the lid. I hate a clear lid. Like, where is the mirror? That's just really annoying. I feel like it looks cheap, and it just feels like she's cutting corners. And also I just feel like it's not as protected when it doesn't have a proper lid. When it just has that little plastic cover, it just feels like my eyeshadows are going to break, which is not good, because a lot of my Charlotte stuff has dropped out of my hands and I need as much protection as I can get. The colours look good, but I feel like I would like to mix and match a lot of them, because none of them are really giving me the oomph I need. And normally with Charlotte Tilbury, her colour pairings are very, very strong. So I was a bit disappointed about these. I feel like a lot of people do a blue eyeshadow palette. Like, who is asking for a blue eyeshadow palette or the green eyeshadow palette? Like, realistically, no one's really going out in green eyeshadow. They're just not. No one's really going out in blue eyeshadow. They're just not. The pink, yes, we'll have like a touch of pink, but we don't need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pink shades in one palette. Can we get a bit of variety that makes sense? I don't know if they're just trying to upsell us, so we buy a few different palettes to get the one look that we want, but it's not 2016. We're not buying makeup in those vast amounts anymore, so I just feel like it's not really doing it for me. I wish I could buy them, because I really, really want some new eyeshadows from Charlotte Tilbury, but I'm not going to buy them because I feel like she didn't really work hard enough for this one for me, so it's a no from me. Next up is Too Faced cream bronzer and sculpting stick. It looks cool, but I feel like it looks like it's going to be quite thick. It just seems like it's not going to blend very well. It just suddenly feels like an Aman foundation stick from like circa 2000, and I just don't know if it's really what I'm looking for. It might not be. It might be super lightweight, innovative, blends really well, doesn't sit on the skin, but I just feel like it looks like it's going to sit on my skin, and it looks like it's going to be cakey, and so for me it's a no. Also intriguing was the MAC strobe collection. It's the new strobe collection. They've got a strobe beam liquid blush, $30 US, provides a customizable color intensity, instantly illuminates for a natural looking glow, lightweight feel, hydrating, 10 shades. I like the fact that there are so many shades of this. I think that's cool and important, especially if you're bringing out blushes, because there's something for everyone. I like the idea of them being highlighting, and I actually like about half of the colors of them. They look really, really nice. Good Vibes looks good, Plummy Bear looks good, Unsweetened looks good, Nightlight looks a bit light, but yeah, they look really nice. So I do like the look of them. I'm not sure if I'll buy them. I just feel like with MAC, it has to be pretty spectacular for me to buy it, or there has to be nothing else out that I want that I'm going to try it. The last thing I bought from MAC that I really liked was their mascara, which I really, really liked. I repurchased it. It was very good. So MAC are hitting the right notes. I just don't know if I need it, but I do like the model. I do like the model's look of blush. It does look very healthy and good. So it's tempting. They're also releasing a highlighting moisturizer cream. I tend to stick away from skincare from MAC. They just don't, for me, do skincare how I want my skin to look or feel or be. It tends to dry me out. So I would skip the moisturizer cream. Next up is Rhode Beauty, Hailey Bieber's brand. There are two things coming from Rhode Beauty. First up is the lip liner, which I saw ages ago and I was really excited about, but I think I'm gonna skip. I don't think what she's trying to create is what I want from my lip liner. She wants to create this kind of blurred out, smudgy effect, and I don't want my lip liner to smudge. I want it to highlight my lips and just stay put. I don't want it to look blended in. I don't want it to look blurred. I just want it to look lined. So for me, it's not really that great. It's got a crayon on one side, and then it's got this like kind of smudger thing on the other side, and it feels a bit gimmicky. It also looks cool, but I just feel like I'd rather just have my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Intense, or even my Lisa Eldridge. I just prefer a pencil. I think sometimes just keep it classic, just like the ease of a proper pencil. So I think I'd skip that, even though I was very excited about it. I also can't quite figure out the shades. They all seem very similar at the deeper end of the spectrum, and I don't really know what they mean. Like, do I want a blackcurrant? One's like a plummy brown. Do I want a plummy brown? One's like a very, very deep, cool brown. I don't know what it's a dupe for. I'm trying to figure out in my head which one it's supposed to be, and they all don't quite seem like the right shade. It's very confusing. So I just kind of gave up on that one. I just don't know, I can't be bothered. The other thing that does look good is her tinted lip tint in the shade Sugar Cookie. That looks quite fun. It's like a sparkly pink, very glam, very fun. I don't think I'll get this because, like I said, I don't find it wears that well throughout the day. Like, it looks really cool, but it doesn't actually perform as a lip balm for me as I want it to. It doesn't just hydrate my lips and leave them smooth. It hydrates my lips for a minute and then they start to get all like flaky, and just doesn't work for me. So that is going to be a skip, but that probably of the two is something I would try. So there are lots of blushes this year. I think after last year with the Rhode blush and everyone else's blush, like everyone's been doing blushes for like the last 4 years, and they just keep coming, and I'm here for it. I love a good blusher. So first up is Tower 28. They have a Get Set Blur and Set Matte Powder Blush. It's a powder blush. I love a powder blush. They last forever. They look good. They set a cream blush. They work on their own. They're just all year round fantasticness. These all look really good. All of the colours look really nice. I think I'd probably go for Feliz Fresca, the bright pink, or Sorta Light Slushy, which looks like a kind of corally pink. Those two look like the ones I would probably go for. Also Samo Spritzer on the swatch looks really nice as well. So those would be on my list. It looks nice. I'm probably not going to get it. They're $22 US, which I think is a very good price. Out on March the 13th at Sephora, but I don't think I'd get these. They look nice in the packet, but on the model they look a little bit too powdery for me. and I feel like they're a really good blusher. Like I have some really nice powder blushes like the Giorgio Armani, the Hermes. I just don't need to buy random stuff because I've got 1,000 things sitting in my cupboard that go untouched, so I'd leave that. The one blusher I'm very intrigued by is the Say blusher. It just looks very cute and cushiony and just like a little pocket blush that I really want in my life. They have lots of shades. The shade Grazie looks very nice. Stella, I'm sure a lot of you guys will want because you like corals. Amore looks fun, and like bright fuchsia. They all look really good. I like the packaging. I think it's very cute, and it just looks like something I just have and just dip into. I don't know why, I'm just like suddenly feeling very cute about it, but it looks really nice. It's a long wearing baked blush, and I think that's the thing I like about it. Baked blushes tend to look a bit more natural, tend to look a bit more sheeny on, not as dry. It's got a lightweight velvety texture, soft focus, natural blurred finish, diffused flush of colour, and it's green and healthy and good, so, and clean, so I quite like that. So I'm intrigued by that. I think I might try it. It is $28 US, Sephora USA. Let me know what you guys think about that. I do like Say. I had a bit of issues with some of their powders being a bit chalky in an undertone, but generally speaking, Say and I get on very well. Their cream bronzer is fantastic. I don't use it that much anymore, but it is fantastic. Next up is it's concealer from Estee Lauder, and I'm really looking for a new concealer, so I think this might be worth trying. With Estee Lauder, you never know if it's going to be a bit too heavy on or just right. I think I would try this in store first. Just because it's part of the double wear collection, it could be a bit heavy, but it looks like it's been kind of reformulated or updated, because they've changed the wand as well slightly. But I do like the idea of a really good concealer that's going to stay put. At the moment I'm using my Dior Forever concealer, which is great, but I'm kind of getting bored of it and I want something else. Also out is Tinted's blush and bronzers. They look very interesting. They're gradiated, and they look cool. I don't think I'd get them because when things are like mixed like that, it just reminds me of the 90s, and I just don't think it's necessary, because you never really get the look you want. It just always looks a bit funny, but it does look interesting. Something else I'm very intrigued by is the YSL Love Shine Plumping Oil Lip Gloss, mainly because the packaging just looks so cute and I just really want it. It's very kind of noughties. It reminds me of like the old Dior ads with like the big sunglasses and Giselle. It's just that kind of vibe. It's giving me like plastic fantastic and metallic, and it just looks really cool, and they're really small and look very bite-sized, and the applicator is kind of just like a little teardrop effect, and it just looks like very easy and nice to like pull out of your bag when you're feeling very funky, and you want your products to actually make you feel as good as they make you look. So that's what I feel like this would do. It's got some very strange shades. There is a lilac, I'm not sure why. There is a lilac, a lavender, sorry, but they have some of the shades are California Sunshine, Lucky Moonstone, a French pink shade. The shades look a bit random, but I really want to try one. And I love a lip oil gloss because it's going to keep you hydrated more than just a gloss, and it's going to give you that deeper nourishment, which is good. It says it gives you a glossy shine, plumper, fuller looking lips. It's got hyaluronic acid in it as well. I just think it's fun. It just looks cute. I just really want to try it. So that's on my list. Also out in the skincare region is Liquid Peptides Advanced by Medicate, and I really want to try this because the pictures look like it's really doing a good job, really delivering in anti-wrinkles and anti-aging over time. The price isn't crazy if I remember rightly, but that did intrigue me, and if I'm looking for a new serum, which I will be in a few weeks, I think I might give that a try. Also out is the Ilia new Eye Stylist Shadow Stick. Lots of colours here, all look very easy to, it looks much easier to use and wearable. I feel like the shades are a bit random, not shades I would wear. And the bronzy ones are probably more up my street, but the undertones in them, it's quite hard to see them, but they don't look as flattering for my skin tone as I'd like. Relic looks interesting, but a lot of them look very pastel-y and very kind of just washed out. And I think the last time I tried that with Glossier, it was really fun, but I didn't really wear it very often. I'm just trying not to waste money on products I'm not going to use or wear. Also out, another lip balm, tinted lip balm is Naturium. They've got theirs in a shimmer effect, which I think is really fun and cool, and I like the look of these. I think with Naturium, it's a hit and miss for me. Some of their skincare works really nicely on me, and some of it doesn't. It just dries me out, so I think I'll skip this, but I do like the look of it. I feel like it will be very fun to wear. The shades they've picked are really nice as well. And I'm sure it'll be really affordable. Yeah, it's $12 US, super cheap, super affordable. I really like that about Naturium, especially if you're feeling a bit tight budget wise. Sometimes it's just a really nice, easy brand to kind of buy into and get and stock up on and just keep you going. But I think I'll probably go for the Laneige one over that. I just feel like the Laneige one will last the test of time, like my Summer Fridays one has, which I just love. Next up is a Natasha Denona Bloom palette. Now this looks good. This is what I needed Charlotte Tilbury to bring me. Some variety, something different, something interesting. This is from Natasha Denona. It's been a while since we've had a big eyeshadow palette from her, and it just looks really cool. Lots of different shades. She's got metallic tangerines, matte coral pinks, sparkling foiled nude apricot, silky matte salmon, silky matte dusty coral, matte dark vivid burgundy. I'm just feeling the variety in that. Also a fantastic price for Natasha Denona at $69 US, so I'm hoping that's a little bit less in pounds. We only live in hope. It just looks nice and wearable and fun. Something you can bring into summer, and it's got enough rich, deeper shades in there for me to feel like, okay, it's worth me getting, and I'm not going to just be like buying it for toppers, because what's the point in that? The swatches look cool. I feel like the swatches don't look as good as the actual shadows, and that it does look a bit more orange heavy in the swatches, but the burgundies and the deeper shades do look really cool. It does look a bit more apricot-y than it does just looking at the palette, but I think it would be worth a try. Would I keep it? Would I buy it? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Next up is Nars, and Nars are coming out with some holiday limited edition collections. They've got these new cheek palettes, and they do look really fun. It's got like stripy packaging. It just feels very summery, very much like a beach deck chair, and they look really cool. It's got a really nice variation, light and fair, light, medium, rich, and it looks good for everyone. I really like the look of these. I feel like of the two rich ones, they'd definitely be worth trying. They both look really nice shades. $49 US. Hot Escape Cheek Palette, limited edition, resort mode. Resort mode. They also have some mini Laguna bronzers and also a lip oil collection as well. The lip oil looks fun. I feel like I'd probably go for the Laguna or the Wondrous. That looks very juicy. The cheek palette, I don't know if I need them, but I'd be intrigued to try them, and Wondrous does look really nice. And last up, guys, there is one more thing, and that is Pat McGrath doing a collab. Oh, Pat and her collabs. So this one is the Divine collab collection with Candy Crush. Random. I'm not sure how many Pat McGrath shoppers are like that obsessed with Candy Crush, but hey, the thing I like about this is that she's used Candy Crush to give like candy stripes packaging, which I think is very cute. She's coming out with a lip gloss, 2 lip glosses, 2 lipsticks, 2 nail varnishes, which is new from her. She's never done a nail varnish as far as I can remember. It all looks nice and fun. I don't think I'd buy any of it. And the other thing to mention from Pat McGrath is her very funky face mask, which gives you the glass skin, and you put it on and it gives you that glass look from her Maison Margiela show that she did, where she had that completely porcelain face effect. So what she did was create a product that would recreate that, and I think that's really cool, really genius. I don't know if it has any like skincare benefits apart from the fact that it's just a funny thing to do, and it was quite a viral moment, but I don't know what the longevity of a product like that is if it's not really got any skincare benefits, and it's not something you'd really want to like wear, like you go to work in that mask. So it's a bit random, but I do like the idea of it. I like that it's novel. I don't really see the longevity of the product, but it's fun, and yeah. That's it for now, guys. I will come back to you with anything else. There are a few other things. The Milk skin tint, Hydro skin tint, that looked interesting. I don't think I'd buy it just because I personally don't love the Hydro Grip primer. I just find it too grippy and sticky, and ugh, I just don't like feeling things on my face like that. So I probably felt like the tint would be similar. Also coming out is a Lancome blush. That looks cool. It looks a bit old school, but the colours do look really nice and rich, and I think they would actually be a really good product. Glow Recipe are doing a watermelon blush, which I think would look cool. It looks a bit foiled on the cheek and would be a really nice wear. Hourglass doing a new foundation. Some of you guys have asked me about this and whether I'm going to be getting it. I'm not sure about the shades. I think I would try the shade in store. I do like Hourglass. I really like their tinted moisturizer, which I have and I use. So potentially. And Victoria Beckham's released her eyeshadow palette again in some different shades. Actually seeing one of them in person through a video, it looks like the base shade that takes up most of the palette is just going to be way too light for me, so it seems like a bit of a waste. It would be good if she flipped one of those rounds and actually did a brown base one, so that people who had brown skin could have like a third of the palette that they could use as a base, because that's the point of the base thing, the base part. But yeah, there's lots going on. There's lots going on. Anything I've missed? No, I think that's it. So that's it, guys. That was my super quick will I buy it 2025. Let me know what you guys think you will be buying. What do you like the look of? What do you want to review of? Let me know. I like the idea of the Westman Atelier. I love the idea of the Laneige. I also am intrigued by the Natasha Denona and potentially the Hourglass. Potentially the Say blush. Oh, it's all happening. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Will you be buying anything? Will you be trying anything? Do you like the look of anything? What do you want a review of? Let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, please subscribe. We'd love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.